The Official.
Hello and welcome. It is the official NRL Fantasy podcast. I'm your host, Paulie G, joined by Luke Seifleet. Thanks for coming. I was worried I'd be going solo. The two Manly supporters beside me going down.
Paulie, I'd never leave you alone, Paulie.
what a time for it.
I'm here, rain, hail or shine, mate. Even though it's actually
It was a tough day for Manly, but West Tigers fans were cheering them home, and it's good to. I mean, the NRL team won earlier in the day as well, so first win of the season. So shout out to Brett Kamali. That was a good one.
One man's trash, another man's treasure.
Yeah.
So there you go.
It's been a nice week for West Tigers fans, shall we say?
Yep.
Was it a nice week for you in fantasy though? Because there were some people, shout out Griffo, who topped 1150, and others that barely got to 900. It was one of those weird and wild weekends.
Well, Drinkwater basically gave me a respectable score right to the. I mean, no one saw that coming. I don't think. Maybe some people did. Maybe some people did. I don't know.
If I had more trades, I would have sold him in advance, getting ahead of the round 27 bye. So well,
it's just hilarious, right? You got Turbo got a 40, Marky Mark got what 25, 26.
Yeah.
Karaz got what 20.
He
about
got
the same.
promoted up into the 30s.
Yeah,
That was a last addition.
As I said, Drinkwater kind of encapsulates what this season's been about, right? One week you just
Reece
look
Walsh
at
as well.
Oh yeah. Sorry, that's another great example.
Griffo had Drinky and Reece.
Well, great.
And it was Reece Lightning.
Good on him.
He grabbed Lightning in a bottle.
Yeah, good on him. Yeah.
But those two guys really stepped up, and there's a few others there. Payne Haas, captain, would have helped.
Would have helped, yeah. Well, yeah, and also too, it's almost like the Tigers game being almost too easy for the Tigers. Kind of hurt May in a lot of ways because they could allow May to come off.
I know 4 different people who wanted to captain May and forgot to take it off Cleary, and then
it's done well for him.
It saved him 20 points. He did get a slight upgrade at the end there that helped.
Yeah.
But if you're still in your head-to-head finals, or just playing overall and going really well, just get your questions. Probably a lot of people have about one trade left, I want to say, maybe 2.
One, yeah. If you got
some have 0.
If you got 2, you're absolutely fine.
Griffo's got 0, but who needs trades when you're popping out 1-1?
Who needs trades when Reece Walsh decides to destroy you? So.
Yeah, but there's plenty out there that are into head-to-head, maybe even the grand finals this week. So get your questions in. We'll get to them. I want to get straight into the games though now. Let's talk South Sydney v St George Illawarra Dragons, and unfortunately for both teams, it's been a season decimated by injuries, and poor old Dragons over in New Zealand, 3 HIAs, all to forwards, all in the first half, and they still nearly won the game.
But you got to remember too, they lost that 15 minutes too because of the 18th man too. Remember the delay. So I mean, that's been
Sloan. How many times did they have a forward?
Like I said with the fantasy season, I thought they'd have a good year, but man, they've lost so many close games.
Yeah, it's another one.
Like 3 or 4 matches go their way, they're in the 8.
Well, I'm a curious stat. I was listening to one of those sports podcasts, and they're saying if you just change every result by it was within 6 to lose a win, wins, lose, and then you put up a ladder. So I'm going to do that at one point in the
be good.
Because I reckon the Dragons would be in the 8.
Yeah.
Now, South Sydney, Tallis Duncan owners, if you just couldn't get rid of him, all of a sudden he pulls out that big score last week, but he's back into centres this week, so you're probably not going to get it out of him. I mean, it's just unlucky because he played back row for a couple of weeks there. But Keon Kolomatangi's back, so that will help them. Lachlan Hubner's back as well, that will help them, but no Latrell.
It's just weird. I don't know what they're going with. I think they're kind of just trying to get to the finish line, aren't they? Now they're kind of just
the one guy
it's
who
very odd.
Has Brandon Smith? He went off against Manly.
Yeah.
But besides that game, he's won every game.
Yeah, well, he's a good player. He's a good player. So, I think he will be there. He should really be there, Connor Watson next year. Just that super sub. You know what I mean?
I think so. I think him playing at lock seems to work much better than at dummy half. And you've got Havili's been named there, Mamazelis on the bench. So clearly Wayne Bennett just
only
wants
problem
Smith to concentrate on lock.
Only problem with him is just the fantasy relevance because he's just not playing enough minutes.
Nah.
So
it's just helping the team. Panthers, Raiders, Telstra Footy Country Round. It's at Glen Willow Oval. Mudgee, I know you know that place well, and I can't wait for this game. It's going to be an absolute beauty. my Raiders.
They hit the jackpot with this game,
Jumped
haven't
on
they?
the bandwagon for. I think if they can get the win here, then you might say the minor premiership's almost.
I'd say so.
There.
I'd say so.
But this is a tough one. Penrith coming off a loss.
Well, also too, when they did the draw at the start of the year, or into last year, I mean, this couldn't have broken any better for out there. It's going to be. Hopefully the weather holds up. I haven't seen the forecast.
I haven't seen the forecast.
But it should be. It's always usually a fast track up there.
Yeah.
Could be a very, very high scoring game.
Yeah, 6 p.m. game too. So that's. And then if you own those Panthers guys, Edwards is killing it, Cleary's killing it. Like I said earlier, if you kept the captaincy on him, you were happy. Lindsay Smith owners that came in when Yeo went down.
Me and you talked him up quite a lot, didn't we? So.
Yeah, and then of course Yeo's back, but only in the reserves. It's the second game up, which means we'll get the cut down before lockout even starts. So that will help if you did hold Yeo these 2 weeks, but you're just trying to work out your 17 and how you're going to play.
I'll get in early. I'll be shocked if he doesn't play.
It's pretty much not a must-win game, obviously, because they're going to be in the 8, but it's a want-to-win game because if they don't, the top 4's gone.
That's right. I'm actually going to go the other way. I think if they probably need to win this game, actually, to put just to keep the pressure on, and because I think if they get in the 4, they're going to be almost impossible to beat.
Yeah, this is a huge match for just so many reasons.
Yep.
So we're expecting Yeo to play. On the Raiders side, if you held Fogarty, if you held Horsburgh, if you held Tarpanay, if you held Hosking, all of a sudden you're like, okay, I'm looking good these last 3 rounds. Is there any chance that any of their players get another rest, or do you think now
I think
he will go hard?
Well, no. I think they're all okay. Again, I think I'll be interested in what Tarpanay's output is this game because I think a lot of people have been upset with him. People rage traded a lot of him.
Could be comeback time.
The only one I would flag is obviously Hosking because I think Nicholson might be back pretty soon.
And so what do you think of Hudson Young?
This might be the last week you get him.
Before Origin, he was killing it fantasy-wise. Hasn't replicated it since. But could he come good these last few if someone does have a trade they can make?
Well, funny you should bring up. I was talking to our friend of the show, John Marling, out there.
That's
Hudson Young, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So I actually think he's due this week.
Yeah.
So I'd be very excited.
His Origin mate Liam Martin, they're head to head.
Yeah. So I'd be very excited.
Very similar type of players and personalities.
Yeah. So I like it.
Storm take on the Bulldogs. This is another cracking Friday night encounter. Top 4 showdown. Cam Munster at fullback. What did you think of that?
Oh, he's pretty much doing his same role. Just gets more room, mate. He's just what's the old cliche? He's just footballers being footballers, right?
They could change it back. Pappenhausen is in the reserve, so that means we could see a shake-up. I don't know if Munster owners were that happy. I think Ross Lapp, the one friend of the show, owns him and sort of, this hasn't worked out.
Yeah, but you keep the faith with him, mate. I mean, at this point of the year, it's go time.
Tyron Wishart, if you do have a trade up your sleeve, he's probably a bring-in.
He's got to be the most underrated player in the league that doesn't start.
Yeah, okay.
You know, I mean, he just kills it.
Yeah. So. And what about Harry Grant, your man? What another great game.
Well, again, Mr. Cerebral. Oh, there we go.
It's not the first time it's happened.
Oh, there we go. There we go. We good?
Try that.
Everyone, David Kennedy, look at him coming in on his off day to help everyone out. That's all we can't do without him.
Yeah.
There we go.
So I was mentioning Harry Grant.
Again, the clutchest play of the round.
Yeah.
Really. It was all on the line and.
The drink rise try of
the biggest dummy of the year. He got me from 55 to about 70, I think. Yeah, so
that's a good one for you. What about the Bulldogs? They probably haven't looked like the team we saw before they did the mid-season shake-up, bringing Galvin, replacing Marnie with Hayward at hooker.
But I got a different take on the Dogs. I just feel like they're ahead of schedule in a little way. I think they've kind of overachieved this year.
Yeah, okay.
I think they're still I think it's going to be contenders for a few years to come. I think next year's them and the Root. I feel like next year are going to be really, really hard to beat.
Annoying Kiraz when there's a late shuffle back to the wing, but he went on the left.
Yeah, it's annoying. That's
right's really where he gets his fantasy.
That was my only annoying part of last week's game. I don't know why you wouldn't put him on Toops' side.
Montoya,
when Toops was just destroying them.
Yeah, Montoya is in the reserves, so if he takes Tuala's
They've missed him.
Then you would think, although Montoya did play a little bit of right wing, but he was mainly on the left most of the year. It was only that weird bit over Origin he played a little bit on the right when Tuala was on the left, and I think Kiros was playing centre.
Yep.
So we can't say for sure. The other interesting one is of course Sexton. He's been in the reserves, but he's gone from 23 to 19. I don't know what that means, if anything.
Yeah.
I'm just curious, would they consider, when Galvin first came to the club, he was playing off the bench, would they consider that as a possible?
Well, you know my stance on him too. Like, again, Tigers boss, I think, agrees with me. Like, I think he's going to be a lock anyway in
the long term. Yeah, so I just wonder if that's something that they look to go back to, because Sexton is more that organised.
Well, funnily enough too, people on Bulldogs Forward Watch too, I believe Gus said last night on his show that Satilli's actually looking at a hammy expert down in Melbourne because they're actually playing. So
he
might not be far away. So it's
they need another big body.
Exactly, that's why I mentioned it.
So I don't know the stat, but Sam Hughes, it's not a great stat with him starting.
That's why I mentioned it. So.
With their win-loss record.
Yeah.
I'll be keen to work that one out too. And I think owners of Jacob Preston and Eli Katoa, like at this stage, you just got to take what you get with those guys. But any time you've
Preston's doing a job for you.
Yeah, anytime you get an edge, there is a range, because if they get attacking stats, they can get in the 60s and 70s, and if not, they're not going to put up those numbers that mids put up just from base stats, because they're just not involved as much.
Big game. It's a big game for two different narratives really. I feel like if they can't, they got to show Storm something there. I think so.
For sure. Manly and the Dolphins facing off there at Four Pines Park, and of course, Ruben Garrick owners like myself. Well, it's been a bumpy ride the last 6 weeks, and it just got bumpier. Right centre, I thought he was back. What did I say? He'd get 100. Well, he was on track.
Well, he was on
100, but he was on track for about 80.
He was on like 17, 16 minutes, but it's just annoying,
That's
mate.
life.
That's life, exactly right. Can't do anything about
For
it.
the season?
I think so.
So another blow for your team. They just haven't had much luck with injuries this year.
No.
Not many besides Turbo that people would own, unless someone held Tavanga.
Unless you held Jazz,
which he's turned it back around because he's back at lock. Jake not going to play again this year.
Well, who knows? But well, if they don't win this game, it's pretty much going to be lights. Well, it's already lights out, but it'll be
come back.
The light will be turned off completely. So I don't even know about that, but we'll see.
Turbo, though, fantasy-wise, do you need to stress about him, or do you think he can? He seems to go better at centre for fantasy.
Yeah, but mate, I think they'd be uncomfortable with us saying that they would die. Like again, I don't think Tigers even played that well. Yeah, they would just die. That was probably. I think even Sieb said it himself. That was one of their worst games of the year. Yeah, and he still got a 40.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
You know what I'm saying? Like if he gets, the match-up in this game is Dolphins are a good team, but they do have periods where they let you into the game. So you've got to surely think there's going to be 2 or 3 try assists up for grabs here. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So 2 or 3 try assists and a try.
Get some attacking stats.
Get some attacking stats.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, look, what do we always say in rugby league? The team that's always under the microscope this week. There's a lot of chat. Home. They're at home.
Day game.
The
weather's good.
Yeah. They're definitely not a night team.
Yeah.
So.
And the Dolphins, well, they're a flashy team, but I'm surprised Fuller named only at 14, because I thought playing him at 1 was a bit of a masterstroke by Christian Wolf, because it gave Hammer the chance to sort of replicate what Herbie does. Yep. And then Fuller can replicate a little bit of what Hammer gives at the back, whereas I think without him, they just don't have enough attacking punch. So they need both Fuller and Hammer on the field at the same time.
Yeah, that first 10 minutes or so in that last week, I feel like look at Matt Bowen out there, eh? Just a little magic, mate. It's just magic.
So I don't know if he's just thinking first 15, let the forwards sort it out, then bring Fuller.
Don't know. He's too good. He's too good to be not playing every week.
Yeah, I agree.
He's awesome, mate.
Isaiah Katoa, are you worried as a no?
Nah. He'll carve it up this week. He's been quiet this week. I think this is the week.
And Kurt Donaghy hit back for his own.
Because they've got the advantage in the forwards here. So anytime they've got the advantage, it's like Luai and Luai last week. Looks so well. Yeah. Looks so good. Dewey looked great. Makes a big difference.
This is the time for him to shine.
Yep.
Titans Warriors, big game for different reasons for these two clubs. Gold Coast need a win. I think if they can get a win here, they've got a chance to get away from the spoon. Yep. They don't have the hardest of run homes, so while they look a bit down and out at the moment, it's not over. And the Warriors, well, Boy, they needed that win last week.
Well, they got out of jail, really, didn't they?
Got out of jail.
Well, you said it in the Dragons preview. That was like three major forward HIAs just turned the whole game.
Yeah, that's right.
So, but again, you make your own luck in this game. So
yeah, they got the win, but they can't sleep on the Gold Coast, which they kind of did a few weeks back in New Zealand, and they lost.
Well, if we were looking at the fixtures, what does this game scream to you?
Oh,
trap. It's a trap.
And
Webster be saying it all week. This is a 100% a trap game.
What do you think about him moving Nickel Klukstad to fullback, so Tuapiki back to 18?
I think he's missing the work rate. I think their kick returns have been really lacking.
Yeah, so Rocco Berry, that's a good in too for them.
Big bodies.
Kurt Capewell's back, that's good. A bit annoying Jackson Ford though, he's been strong, and then obviously got the suspension. So
yeah, and poor guy, he was almost that case of every time he tried too hard, he made more errors, because he made 2 real big errors in that game that was like, that could cost him.
Isn't it weird that these two teams playing each other, and two of the underrated mids that we talked about bringing in, Ford and Joel, they're both out now.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Joel got that bad.
It's brutal.
He was scoring 60s for fun, and he was on track again last week. But yeah, that's life. Keanu Kinney back on. It was a last-minute inclusion last week, and he's this time named at 14.
Yep.
So playing wing though, a bit different.
Well, he's too good. He's too good not to be. But I'm sure that's just easing him in.
Yeah.
So.
And Clark, I'm still worried he's getting less minutes, but there's nothing you can do.
Nothing you can do about it, man. He's going too well. You can't flick him.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Jaden Campbell, would you consider captain?
Yep. Definitely.
I think he's an out of the box.
I believe we were talking about for John's team out there. Same thing. I think it's given what you said about the Warriors, how they got through the skin of their teeth the last week, and the vulnerabilities there, because these teams have these patches where all Campbell needs is about 15 minutes of brilliance, and you can get even from 50. It goes from a 50 to a 75.
Yeah, I can see.
And you're cooking. You know what I mean? Yeah. And also too, not to mention, he had his career best. Well, I think one of his career best games in New Zealand just a few weeks ago. Yeah. So
he'll be fired up.
Yep.
Eels Roosters, another big game for the Roosters. They've been flying high of late, and probably if they can win this, they pretty much assure themselves a top 8 if other results go their way.
Well,
so
Brad Preston's up and about. He's back.
Yeah, he's back, baby.
He's back. He's got the James Tedesco jersey on. He's ready.
And what happened with Parramatta? Did they just hit a bit of a wall? They've had such a good run, but they probably would have wanted a better result against South.
Oh, yeah, probably. I mean, they just made too many errors when it mattered. And again, you've got to give credit to South too. Joey Gray was the difference in the end. Those 2 massive tackles. They score that try, the game's over. Yeah. That was a massive tackle. Sometimes you got to give credit where it's due, you know. Yeah. So.
And Riley Smith's getting most of the work.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Thought maybe
it's brutal. I thought as the season goes on, I thought he'd get more acclimated into starting. But
this could be his chance. But Joey Lussick's joined the reserves. So after the Mitch Moses 3 blow-ups in one game, now I'm worried that,
who knows?
That Silver
and don't even start me on the
Charlie Guymer back to the bench.
Yeah.
So Tuolangi. Again, if you were loaded with trades, he'd be a crazy out.
I'll tell you who's come good. So Hopgood's come good.
Yeah.
Which is what we thought was going to happen. Also, to shout out this year, Junior Paulo's been an awesome fantasy player this year. He's been great.
Josh is back in the 6 now with the Yongi back. I think he.
That's their end game. But not fantasy-wise, no good.
At the moment, but he'll develop.
Yeah, he needs a big pre-season.
Roosters, Teddy just keeps on doing it. We need more from Marky Mark.
Well, Teddy, I think, I'm pretty safe to say. I think he'll be pretty close to being the Dally M.
Yeah, I'd think so.
And even probably, well, again, when we do the Dally M, he's definitely been up there with the most consistent fantasy players.
Fantasy best ofs. I think him. Nuffo White, he was a big performer last week. Angus Crichton, he's plugging along.
Yeah, he's almost doing what who we were talking about before. We were talking about say. I think we were talking about
Preston.
Yeah, like Preston. You look up and you look at half and you go, oh, he's on 26 or 30. And you go, oh, I got a 50-55. That'll do.
Connor Watson though.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Just unlucky. That whole thing, Grant Watson. I know you were keen on Grant, and I was like, oh, is he better than Watson? It's just turned out he's just destroyed him.
Well, but again, Watson's a victim of his own versatility. That's the other problem too. And also too, when we were watching the game live with a couple of other guys, we said as well, what's the young bloke called from the? Yeah. He had a few real good moments. I think we said, oh, Robbo's going to give him more minutes, and that's exactly what happened.
Anytime a coach can ease one of his origin players who's had a heavy workload through the season, through a few games before finals, he's going to do it. I mean, if we played fantasy into the finals, Connor Watson would be an...
I'm predicting lots of points, fantasy points in that game. I think there's going to be pretty high scoring.
I've got a couple of trades left, and I'm going to lose Garrick for the season. And just trying to work out how the heck I get Teddy in.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned Teddy before. I singled him out because I feel like he's going to have a big game this game. I feel like whenever he goes,
he's the number one trade.
Well, whenever he goes up against Mitch too, his best mate, it's always
that's the other thing.
Yeah,
so
big game.
Knights v the Broncos, Sunday afternoon footy. Don't you love it, especially up in Newcastle? The Knights, they're sort of limping to the finish line.
He can't.
Paul's still good.
Mate, he's more than good.
Yeah.
He's been arguably outside of Hudson Young, the best performing fantasy back rower in the comp.
He's not going to be there next year, that he'd be the one.
It's a great pick-up for your mob, mate.
Yeah, he's going great. And then it was crazy, Connor Vitano bombed two pretty much certain tries. I mean,
it's hard to...
could almost, if you just wanted a real cheapie, you could almost bank on, look, he might get those opportunities again this week and then hold them.
Yep.
And then he might score a 40 just on the back of a couple of tries. Because he scored 5. But it could have been a 40.
If you're doing a bit like you said, doing a big trade in like with Teddy and you just needed someone extra, it's not bad to throw him in.
Because you look at 5 and you think you can't touch him, but that game was that close to being a very...
Yeah, because who knows? You could have another Garrick situation this weekend where they're out for the year and you need that extra wing fullback.
And you talk about fullbacks who can be up and down in fantasy, the team that they're playing, Reece Walsh, obviously is like that. And what was it, 94? I don't believe he got over 80 before.
Well, no, but also too, the people that bought him in got very, they almost got rewarded for their bravery because they lost Reynolds, they lost Mayer, so he's doing all the kicking and he's doing the goal kicking as well, and he's doing all the he's doing all the running. So, because he was exhausted at the end of the game, he was like just on his haunch. Well, it's good for fantasy owners though.
The first grade, and Payne Haas. It's going to be hard to take the captaincy off him now.
Oh, yeah, you know where I stand on him, best player in the game. So
he's the one mid that just defies all the rules. Because we've seen all the other mids, even now Terrell May. It's a long, long season, right? It's a long season. And I feel like may have just slightly ran out of gas because he's played so many minutes. Just for fantasy perspective, still playing great, still scoring really well. But for captaincy, I think now it's Cleary or Haas.
Can't say any more about him. He just keeps defying. Every time you think he's injured or he just keeps it's like Wolverine, he keeps healing.
Yeah.
So
get your questions in. We're about to answer them. Just one more preview to go. West Tigers taking on the Cowboys, and I'm telling you what, as a West Tigers fan, like Cardo, it doesn't get any better. I'm assuming the sold out sign will be posted.
Oh, I'd say so. A couple of Tigers fans in the office too. They're up and about, so that's good.
20 years ago, these two teams met in the GF, so it's good memories. Good memories even for the Cowboys coach, but it won't be good memories if they lose this one. That was a very important win, probably for his future, I dare say, last week.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, again, every time these two teams play, it's high scoring, plenty of highlights, plenty of just almost emotion / energy. It's never really a dour affair, you know what I mean? Like they're always into it. So, I mean, we could be looking at a Scott Drinkwater masterclass into a Taylor May 3 tries. This could be anything.
High scoring.
Yeah, high scoring.
Adam Dewey owners rejoice.
Well, mate, I'm so happy for him too because he just hasn't got any luck and he's finally got the luck now and he's done he stayed loyal and I love that stuff. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think he's a real, even at his price, but next year, I think if he's like starting lock next year, I think you really got to look at him.
Yeah, he's a handy.
He's only going to get better.
Anytime he can get a goal kicker as well.
Yeah.
So he's gone well.
How good at goal kicking forwards? You love it, eh? You love to see it.
It's kind of a deep
love to see it, mate.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens there. If people got stuck with Latu Faianu though.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Worked for them. I mean, hopefully you had enough trades. You could have flicked him once you realised the writing was on the wall.
A bit like Happy Gilmore, better like next year, you know what I mean? Just come back next year to it, see if he's playing the 7, then if Dewey's playing 13, then it might look a lot better.
Back into it.
Yep.
Into business, and that's probably all the fantasy relevant players in this one.
Yeah, really, outside of Drinkwater and May and
you're just starting May and not captaining him.
Yeah, I mean that's Well, yeah, as I said, I just think this could be literally 36, 34 or something like that.
Yeah.
So
going to be some good scores even from some of our non-fantasy normal relevant players.
Yep.
Questions time, and Darth Trader is here. Great to see you, Darth. Final trade, Garrick to who? I've got 586 to spend. That's not bad. Do I hold the trade for a bigger emergency? The only thing I'd say, Darth, with that is because Garrick is centre and wing, he's a useful loop.
Yeah, that's what I was about. Yeah, that's about the same.
Right. So if you did want to hold for a bigger emergency, you could do that. Or Manly don't play till Saturday, Arvo.
Yep.
So you,
they're the first game on Saturday.
yeah. So if you own someone from one of those first 3 games where you can stick them in the emergencies,
Yep.
because you're a bit worried about it,
Yep.
and they go well, then you could have Garrick, and if they don't go well, then you make the trade. But 586 or less, Luke, that's tricky.
Yeah, I think, Darth, I think you answered your own question, Darth. I think I've said all along, I think this season's just so long that I'd be saving it for a rainy day. I think the last 2 weeks are going to be absolute carnage.
Our best players.
Because I think so many players are going to get rested. I think that Cowboys last game too is going to ruin so many people.
What about Tino? Do you think he's 541, so...
Yeah, it's worth a shout. I just think with the second part of his question, I'd almost just save it and loop now
guys are
and
the guys
save.
We like.
Yeah.
Not so much the final.
There you go.
So Zach Lomax is 582.
There you go.
So maybe that's an option. Jamie Clark, I've got 4 trades. Is there any worth bringing another gun and a Sharks? Nufty to have a looper.
Jeez, it's still. Man, you're in good shape, Jamie. You're in real good shape.
I've got a strong 19 to 20 players. It's difficult with the Nuffy because it's an odd team. If we didn't have buys, I'd be with you. Because we don't have buys and players keep getting hurt, I probably would rather get that Connor Vitano.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. You'd probably just do that, wouldn't you? Just get him and then just save it for a rainy day.
Charbs, hi lads, who should I sell Watson for looking at Tino? Well, there you go. That's who we suggest.
Love it, Charizard. Love
Leo
it.
Thompson as a pod is not bad either.
Love it. No,
but Tino's.
Charizard nailed it. I'd go straight to Tino, mate.
We think the Tide's a big shot at winning. So Tino, they'll have to do it on the back of a big Tino.
Oh, that's all right.
And Watson to do, he says mint him mono. Why wouldn't you?
Mate, well, do it.
Dual position player in the back line, and he's doing everything.
Oh, I'd argue Dewey in the last month's been one of the top 5 players in the NRL.
Yeah.
So
and it's showing in these fantasy scores.
Ride the lightning, mate.
Daniel Dimitrevski, good to see you, Daniel. Afternoon, boys. I've only got 1 trade left. What are your thoughts on bringing Colo for Yo?
It's like Kratos, boy.
Daniel, are you reading my mind? What did we chat about a little while ago when we unveiled the curtain and heard Colo was back?
Yeah.
I said, I've still got 2 trades. I could have the pod of all pods in Keon.
Well, we might have to check the surveillance here. Might have a few mics in here. The fans are listening to what we're saying.
Yeah, maybe we've got to be careful.
Yeah.
Fargo.
I like it. The only thing I'd worry about with Keon, obviously, is Wayne going to monitor minutes, and I don't know, but...
Yeah. I'd probably hold Yo because we think he's going to play.
Oh, this is a good looker right here.
We didn't mention Andrew is off ill, but he's still posting.
Mate, look at him. He's just a weapon.
He's a trooper. He works every weekend.
Hashtag do it
like
myself.
6.5 days a week. 2 trades left. Do I flick Watson asking for a friend? Well,
probably.
Yes.
And even the look at that. That's how clutch he is.
You could get anyone you like, couldn't you, for that price?
Mate, what about Tino Mollers? Go Tino, mate.
He's got 200k in the bank. Be getting one of the big guns.
Oh yeah, sure.
Keon at 720.
Yeah, I like Tino too. And what about Kai Pearce Fall?
Yeah, if you got the money. Minty Mono, Keon, a must-have. No, we don't even know.
We don't know how many minutes he's playing.
He's going to play big minutes because they don't have a strong bench.
No.
So we assume he will, but we don't know for sure. So. And 729, his break even will be enormous. Yeah,
80.
And then they're on the bye. So I think what you do with Keon, if like that gentleman earlier,
Jack or whatever, Jake, yeah.
He's got 4 trades.
Yeah.
I think that would be an awesome round 27 trading.
I love it.
Very last.
Yeah, I love it.
Keon hopefully goes down a bit in price, and he has the buy. I assume part of the reason, I mean, obviously they want to avoid
one last hit out for the Pack champs.
Because some of these guys, Cam Murray could come back if he's keen on Ashes.
Oh, jeez. I don't know. If I was a South fan, I don't know if I'd do that, but
Good question, though, Minty.
yeah, super.
Stephen Russo, can we get more appearances from David Kennedy in the future, please? And shout out to Stephen and DK because they are what did we call them? The Craig Wings or the Carl Lawtons?
Oh, I don't know if Russo'd like that.
They're very versatile. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, I'm sure
They come in and it's like, maybe it's even a bit of Damien Cook in the centres.
No, I was going to call DK like Gareth Ellis.
Yeah, but he's...
And you can call Russo, who is he? Russo, Liam Fulton a little bit? Back row partners?
So you got a couple of Tigers fans.
There you go.
Shout out to those two. They've done very, very well.
No, very good, especially
And
coming in,
helped us
fixing the mic up.
Yeah, helped us out when we were in the
No, just absolute troopers.
We're a bit like South Sydney at the moment. We get a lot of people dropping like flies, so we hang in there and we just call on the troops. Maybe call one of them Ashton Ward. Who knows?
Sure.
But thanks very much. Stay tuned to NRL.com all week. Plenty of fantasy highlights and analysis on there, as well as all 14 NRL and NRLW matches, highlights, everything, articles. Nowhere else you'd rather be than NRL.com. And of course, we'll be back next Tuesday for another show. It's getting near the end, Luke.
Near the end.
Make sure that you tune in because it won't be for much longer, and you've got to wait a whole off season for us. So we'll see you Tuesday at 4 p.m. next week. And until then, it's bye for now.